all seen it on TV. Big political story breaks, media descends on, in this case, City Hall, and we all try and get the pictures and story at the same time. In this situation where it's moving and there's pushing and shoving, everybody's basically using their 16-35 Canon 2.8 lens. It's the go-to lens for this situation. We pre-focus usually at about 1 meter, set an aperture of maybe 5-6, so you got a little depth of field, turn the flash on to automatic, and just start shooting. The depth at 5-6 allows you to get from 1/2 meter to probably 2 meters reasonably in focus, and with the 1DX you can shoot 12 frames a second. So you just keep shooting. Okay, at the last minute we didn't have a videographer available to shoot as well as me shooting stills, so I pulled out my little S110 point and shoot, gorilla potted it to the top of the camera, and just punched it on to record video. This footage shows the mayor's security guard pointing right at me as to where they're going to go, and then they all just come barging basically through me. At that point I'm trying to get still pictures, and the video became rather secondary. I got pushed pretty good, and of course the video camera got knocked over, so that's why it's not pointing at him anymore. But I was able to hold the camera up, reach through, keep shooting, sort of in the Hail Mary position where you hold it up and shoot through like that, and you just keep shooting. Okay, so this is the first useful frame that I managed to capture. I shot 30 to 40 frames, but I've edited it down to 4 or 5. This was the first one as the mayor emerged from behind his security team. Then I got this one as they cleared, and I managed to Hail Mary the lens in past over the shoulders of the other photographers and the TV camera. And then again another frame. There's his head of staff, and there's other photographers and microphones all around, and you stick the camera in and keep shooting. This one, of course, was the one that the editors chose, and there it is on the front page. And then there again, this is another mass scrum, again with the 16-35. I was lucky enough to actually come late and just had to sort of come into the side, and that actually made a nice picture because he then turned towards me at one point. I only got two or three frames with his face looking this way. And there it is on the page. So for the average person, this probably relates directly to perhaps shooting in a party situation where it's fluid and people are moving and dancing and having a good time. You want to capture what's going on, so you have to be ready. So again, you use a smaller aperture to allow yourself to get some depth of field, and you have the shutter speed fast enough to stop the motion and let the flash freeze the action. For thestar.com, I'm David Cooper.